start and we're going to have a good time this morning. My name is Carol Adams with Carol Adams Creations. And thank you so much for your patience and thank you for joining me this morning. Today, we are going to be making a haunted house. Is my house structure. And it looks, let me just do this. This is my house structure. And it looks like this. Oop, got a window stuck to it. It looks like this. But anyway, so these are the sides of my house. And they are just going to go like, I'm going to glue them right there, glue that there, and glue that there. And then do the same thing over here. Got a little lip on the box. Hold on. Do the same thing over here. Sorry. Same thing over there. And then for the roof of the house, I am going to use this cardboard, but I'm going to take most of this top paper off. So I'll be doing that later this afternoon. I just wanted to give it a kind of a grungy look. And so it just kind of takes some time. It's kind of like when you were, I don't know if anybody else did this. I know I did. I would put Elmer's glue on my hands and let them dry, and then it was always so much fun to peel it off. Well, this is kind of like what that is. So I'll be doing that this afternoon and kind of adding a little bit of black paint to it just to kind of distress it a little bit. So there's that. Now, I cut out on my Cricut, I cut out some window shapes. And they originally looked like this. And so I kind of wanted to make them look like they were, the house is abandoned. So I just cut out little pieces. These looks like little pieces of wood that I'm going to attach to look like, they've been abandoned. So I did one this way. I did one that way. And just kind of cut that piece right there. So I'll be adding those to it. And then I did a house. This is just a door, a house. This is a door. I just kind of eyeballed it and cut it out a little janky and added some windows that aren't even. I just didn't care. And I'm going to add another thing here. And then I found this cool word. And I'm going to put that on there that says danger. And I'm going to add that to that. I just think that will just be great. Then I cut out on my Cricut this tree, and I even kind of cut it right there, but it just kind of gives it a more authentic look to me anyway, so I was just real careful. I did. Then I have a fence. And then this was from the ephemera that I have, and I will post this afternoon as well. And it's just a bunch of cute little things. And I had this boo that I just put on cardboard. This just kind of gives the house a little bit of a three-dimensional look, so it's not quite so flat. There's nothing wrong with that. Instead of doing things like this, you could just paint everything on, and it would be great. So there's all my stuff. I have some other things, but I'll show those to you in a minute. Make sure I got all my room. And then I created this sheet of vellum. And all I did is I tape it to a piece of cardstock, and then I run it through my printer. And I have this vellum sheet that I can use as added stuff to my book. So this is my house. And the easiest way to decorate the house is to do it this way to get it all decorated before you put it together. It just makes it easier because you're not trying to push things down and the house is moving. So I do my house first and then I put it together. So that's why my house is not together yet. So here's what I have. I'm going to put my door here. I am going to put my fence right there. hold on, trying to get everything. I have some pumpkins that I just cut out that I'm going to add here. And I forgot to do the stems, so I had to quickly kind of cut out some stems. Ah, come on. It's going to go right there. And this guy, I'm going to put faces on them. I might not. I may just leave these alone. And I'm going to just do that. So we've got that. I've got my window here. I have another window. And I'm going to just kind of do them one up and one down. And then I'm going to add my boo up here. And then I have some bats and I have some witches that I'm going to add as well. So, but to start off with, I want to add, excuse me, I want to add some stamps and some stenciling to kind of rough this up so that it doesn't look so nice. The haunted house is not going to look nice. Okay, I have already started, and I'm using this archival distress ink. You can just use the archival ink, or any black permanent waterproof ink. I'm not really certain what the difference is. I just I like distressed ink, and so and anyway, I'm using this. So all I'm doing is I'm using a dauber. And it's just got a round piece of foam on it, and I'm just kind of scraping down because I want to give it a distressed look all the way around. And I'm also going to do this to all my pieces. I've already done it to some, but I haven't done it to all of them. I'm not going to worry about the floor. And then I'm going to do this around the orange. Okay, so we've got that done. I'm going to put this away for right now. And then I am going to start with my vellum. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to tear some off. Not even worried. And I'm just going to start adding little pieces. Just to, like I said, all I'm trying to do is give it a distressed look. I'm going to put a little bit of my matte. This is just gel matte medium from Liquitex. I get it at Michael's. You can also use Mod Podge. That works great too. I just happen to have this right here. So I just am using what I have. And I'm just going to put it onto my vellum. You need to be careful because it does kind of, and then I'm going to go over the top. And the thing I like about it is it will kind of melt up. See, I messed it up. So we're just going to add this. I'm just going to add that to it. And I think that looks good. Do a little bit more right there. And then I can just tear that side off. I'm going to do another piece over here. And then we're going to do some stamping and some stenciling. And then we're going to start putting all of our pieces together. I think what I'll do is I will do this first so I don't tear it up. Oh, get out of my window. Let's see. Make sure my writing's going the right way. I Okay, let me do one more piece because I like to do things in threes. It's just the way I am. Just a little bit. I'm going to just do it right here on the edge. Already, there's so much character now, and all I did was add a little bit of vellum onto onto the page. So let me dry this. Pretty dry. I'm going to put this aside, and I'll do the other side as well, but I like to do one side at a time because that's just the way I am. So I have some stamps, and I haven't decided which one I want to use. I'm going to do the stamping first and then do the stenciling on top. I have these X's, and I just think those are kind of cool. I am not going to put it on a block. I'm just going to just dab it into my stamp pad and then press it down. Just to kind of grunge it up a little bit, because we don't want it perfect. I think I'll use one other one just so that it's a little different. And I think I'm going to use this one here. Already it looks like it's a haunted house, right? And all I did was add just a little bit of stencils, a little bit of stamping, and then the vellum. So I'm going to put these aside for right now. And then I want to add my, circles. I want to add more. I'm just going to do this. Okay. So I'm going to use my bright orange. I'm sorry. Sometimes it hurts. Can you hear my mind thinking? I'm going to actually use this bright yellow before I do this stamping, because I want to make this house pretty colorful. I have a stencil, and I'm just going to stencil some of the yellow through this, and I'm just using a makeup sponge. I will tell you that I have discovered that the makeup sponges you get from Dollar Tree are a little flimsy, so you kind of have to be careful. And you never know what you're going to get. Oh, it just adds just a little bit. I like that. We'll put some over here. And I'll add some to the top. Oh, that looks great. Just giving it just a little bit of distress. Okay, and then with everything else, this is going to look great. Okay, so I'm going to take my, let me close that up before I mess that up. I'm going to take, and all we're doing is I'm just going to circle it around in the paint, making sure it gets all around, just kind of like that, and start stamping. Oops. Let me move some of my stuff out of the way. I'm going to do it down there. You won't see that other spot. And then one more. Where do I want one more? See, I always feel like I get them all in a row. That's just the way it works. I'm going to do that one right there. Now I'm going to do white, just to kind of give it, I hate to say a pop of color, but basically that's what it does. It just kind of makes, just kind of brightens it up a little bit. I'm just doing the same thing, making sure I get it all nice and covered. I'm just going to kind of go trying to figure out where I need one more. Let's do it there. Okay? Because I know I've got lots going on in here. So I think it's done. The only thing I might do is some splatters, but I don't think I'm going to, because it gets everywhere. I don't want to do that right now. Okay, let me move my tube so it can dry somewhere. Let me dry this before we go to putting on all of our ephemera that we've done. Okay, so now if you want to, you could go in with a black Posca marker if you wanted, and like add some squares around some of these little things here. I don't know it's going to make that much difference, but since I've already kind of started, I'll do some more. Just once again, just adds a little bit. Mixed media is all about layers. I mean, that basically, that's it. It's just adding layers and layers and layers. I am going to add, I'm going to add some white in here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but even though it's a haunted house, it kind of brightens things up a little bit. It's getting black on there. Okay. I am going to give this splatters, but I'm not going to, I'm not going to use paint. Let me just cover my area here. Okay, the easiest way to splatter is with one of these Posca pens. And hold on a moment. I have on a new t-shirt and I don't want to get it messed up. And let me tell you, sometimes this goes everywhere. But you take one of these Posca pens, or if you have one of the acrylic markers, I'm sure they'll work as well. And you're going to take it, you're going to shake it up, you're going to press it down till you start to get a little bit of a puddle. And then you're going to feel like you're the Pope. Woo! And then you get your splatters. Didn't really want that, but you know what? We're going to go with it. So just as a kind of a quick and easy way to do splatters instead of having to use paint. I use this and I still got it all over everywhere. That's okay. So I'm going to distress my door a little bit. And all I did is I colored this purple, painted this purple, and then I took a dry brush of black to make it look a little aged. I don't think my windows, since they're already black, and I think I've already done this one, but maybe not. Okay, just kind of grunges it up just a little bit. I think everything else I have. I don't know if I can do this. And I did the same thing to my fence. I painted it white and then dry brushed some black just to kind of make it look a little old. And I'm not going to use all this fence because I don't need it, but I am going to use some of it on the other side. I had some vellum, some yellow cardstock, and I got kind of some cream, and because I wanted to see, I haven't figured out how to do my windows. Like here, I was thinking about doing, I don't know if it even makes a difference, but to me it just kind of adds a little bit. And then I was thinking I might could just use some of this tissue. And I think I kind of like that. Then I didn't know if there needed to be like some, like for the windows, what I might do is some of that tissue and so to the windows, so it looks like that maybe there's a little light in there. But I don't know, maybe we don't want light. Maybe we just add the vellum and then the underside can show through, but it's not just plain. I think I'm going to do that. Okay. Okay, so we've got that. I don't need this. I don't need this. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit of this tissue to our door. And all I'm going to do, I'm just going to use my fingers. Let's get a little more. I'm just going to stick that. Woo-hoo! So there we go. I'm going to cut this off. Okay, so then our door is ready. That looks so good. And then when we get it down, it's going to look even better. Okay, so let's get these windows. My windows are the same, so I'm just going to cut 2 of them. Actually, I'm going to cut 3 because I have another window. Okay, I'm just going to do this. Just take my scissors and go around. There we go. Kind of cutting my window, but that's okay. All right, so now I have my vellum for my windows. So that's going there. Get it all in position so we know what we're doing. I'm going to put this there. I have this trick or treat that I think I'm going to add right there. My fence is going here. I offset my door a little bit. The trick or treat's going there. My little pumpkins are going to go here. I don't know that they need faces. I think I'm just going to leave them like they are. And then I'm going to put this here. And add that right there. Oh, that looks so good. I'll take pictures so you can see the difference, but it really looks good. I like that. And I'll put that. And actually, I'm not going to put trick or treat here. I may just stick it down here. We'll see about that one. And we've got this. And then I was thinking about maybe doing a ghost up here. I'm going to grunge him up a little bit. And maybe one over here. Maybe a little one down there. That looks pretty good. Now, the best thing that I would say to do is take a picture so that when you come back, you're not going, okay, now where was all of that? So, and then I wanted to do the danger here. And I may just add this word over here by itself. I have hocus pocus, which I may add. And then I have spooky. I have some bats. Then I have this little saying that says, Ghosts and goblins come to play on October's final day. And so I may add that right there. And kind of do it up. Got my ghost, got that, got hocus pocus, got that. I'm thinking that looks pretty good besides my wood pieces, which I want to distress. I thought I already did, but maybe not very much. Okay, so we are going to start attaching everything. And like I said, I'm just going to use my gel medium, and you can use Mod Podge. I want to add a spider web up top. So let me move everything off. I couldn't figure out a way to cut one out, so I think I'm just going to add one. And you know what? I think I'm just going to use my Posca marker. Okay, so I'm just going to make me a V. Along here. And then I'm just going to do just some lines coming off of that. And then do one more. I think I'll do one more here. And then I'm just going to connect them. Like from here, just go not straight, just kind of haphazard like. Spider webs fascinate me. They are such a work of art. I know we had one in a trash can outside. I tried to smash that thing and do all kinds of stuff, and it did not want to go away. Let's glue. All right. And then we go back, then we're going to the back. Okay, I'm going to start with my door. Got something there. And I'm just going to give a good coat here. I'm going to do some on my door. And then I'm just going to stick this down. Making sure that it's not too far down. All right, so now let's get our windows. Put that right there. other one up here. Just a little bit higher. Okay. I want my fence here, so I need to cut this off. I'm just going to cut it just right there. It's going to need to be cut a little more, but that's okay. I may just keep it like that. I'm going to add my pumpkins over here. Big one first. Oops, that's upside down. Don't ask me how I know that. It just looked like it was upside down. This one might be kind of tricky because it's going to stick up a little bit. I actually have some pop-up dots that I might get. Hold on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just take a little bitty piece of cardboard so that it will give it some support to stand up. And I am going to actually just use my little glue here and then put this up underneath there. So that way it just kind of gives it a little support and something to hang on to. Now I have another pumpkin here somewhere. I'm not going to worry about it at this moment. I'm going to add this to here. Let me just use this glue since I'm here. I'm thinking I'm going to have to cut him off some. Let me get my window here. I think it would look really cool just like that. So I'm going to do the same thing to my window. I'm just going to add a little bit of this so that it will stick up. Let me move this over for a second. Right there. I think I do. Oh, there's one. So all I did basically was just kind of add some supports to this window. So then it will stick up and you'll be able to see the ghost coming out. Just scoot over just a little bit. So now we have that right there. I think that looks great. We're going to add our little boards. I'll add this one like this. Oops, stay. Okay. All right. Now we're going to do our other window. I don't think I'm going to have the ghost coming out of this one, but I do want it to stand up just like that one so that they're the same. So let me this down. See, this is what I'm talking about. It is so much easier to put all of this together before you do your final structure on your house. Okay, so I am going to add, let's see, I'm just going to add this. I'm just going to put this little guy on top. It's just going to be right there. And then I have another little pumpkin to add right here. Oh, there he is. I found my pumpkin. He was hiding. Okay. I'm going to add him there. Just like that. Okay. Now, I need my wood piece for the door. I need another piece for up there. Let's see, I think I'm going to put this here. And then just put that. What I think I'm just going to do a piece of cardboard since you're not really going to see it. And that way I'll have another piece to use somewhere else. Like I said, I forgot to do the stems. So I'm just going to kind of add them on. There we go. I don't know why when I was cutting them out, I didn't just cut out a stem, but for some reason I did not. So that's going to go right there. And then I have another piece that I can add for the other two, but we'll do that in a minute. We have our ghost. We have this. Wanted the trick or treat on there. I want this, and I've got another one because I wanted this one to have two. Let's see. Oh, I like that going off. And then let's do that, just like that. Uh-oh. Stay. Let me hold that for a minute. I have one more ghost. And he was going to go down here. Oh, kind of breaks that up a little bit. And I just cut all these pieces, or at least most of them. I did cut my house myself. I did this on the Cricut. And okay, so I just want my boo up here because it kind of brings all the colors together. I look so cute. I may just do that like that. And to add some words here. That one's kind of long. Oops, let me move this. All right, I'm not certain of how I want this to go. I have spooky. Where did the spooky go? I just saw it. There it is. I have that. So spooky. I could do hocus pocus right there. I have danger there. All right, so I think that's what I'm going to do. spooky right there. And then we're going to go and we're going to decorate the back. I have a haunted tree. And some bats. And we're going to put some words. And then that's pretty much all I'm going to do to the back. And I'm going to put this up here. Put lots of bats on the other side. I'll just put him kind of right there. There we go. Okay, we have spooky. I'm going to add hocus pocus. And we are going to go to the other side. There we go. Got our danger. Stranger danger. And I think that looks good. Let me see if I can get it. Okay, there's the top. And then there's the bottom and the door.